Hello my friends, and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my procedurally generated super mega biome Minecraft server. I am out here on top of the mountain of this mushroom island. Well, it's partial mushroom island, partial regular island. Let's give you a nice good look around about it, right? It's got that nice little feature there, so maybe build a bridge from that bit to that bit and put a lighthouse or something out there. Or make it, yeah, that's a pretty simple idea that one could build right there. Something to think about. If that's something you'd like to see me do, then by all means do so. Right here, I keep thinking that looks like a Pokemon, but the more I come over here, the more it looks like a Sphinx-type creature, right? If you look at the whole thing from front to back. That's kind of cool. I didn't build that little land bridge that's out there kind of in the middle of that. Let's see, right there, if you can kind of see it. It just kind of happens to be there, but, you know, whatever. The indigenous material here seems to be, I believe that's spruce, right? And over there, some more mountain. There's a little bit of lava, so if we needed some lava, we could do that. I believe there's some lava on this side of the hill or mountain as well. But the star of this particular area is the mushrooms, and the mushrooms and the mushrooms. The mushroom cows are there, so we could get some more meat. But we have a cattle farm back at Home Base Alpha. Eventually I'm going to have to do some maintenance over there, but we'll skip that for now. A little about what's going on here. I've been trying to see if these things will grow. If you were here last episode, you realized that I didn't know very much about mushrooms, but now I know a little bit more. I now know that a Silk Touch pickaxe will, in fact, work for you. Let me go ahead and put these guys here. So if you have a Silk Touch pickaxe, you'll be alright. But it doesn't silk touch the stalk of the mushroom. It actually, whatever the mushroom stalk is, whatever the mushroom of the mushroom stalk is, that too shall be... Oh, I like all these mushrooms. Oh, and look out there in the distance. You can see a guardian farm. I just see it right now myself. So awesome. Or did I see that before? I think I might have seen it before. But I just remembered seeing it now. If I did... Oh, but okay, so there's a guardian farm here too. We'll have to add that to the list of features we're going to kind of put down in the Nether Hub. I've started spreading out the mushrooms, as you can see. But before I talk about that, let me turn this back on. What I had discovered, I had begun to say, was that if I hit these guys here, even with the Silk Touch, if it's with the Silk Touch, they will turn into these blocks up here, these little brown guys, right? And I don't want to do that right now, but that's what they'll do. And the stem of the red hooded mushrooms will turn into the red hooded mushroom cap head. So you can't actually collect that material. So I think I might end up doing, what I might end up doing is around the top there, creating a ring, one mushroom at a time, and then removing the cap, and then that will kind of get the stems going, because I'm thinking I might use multiple stems. I think we've talked about that. This is starting to turn into a medium build project, so this might take a couple weeks, actually. But I've already kind of harvested mushrooms from these clusters over here and spread them out a little bit. I've harvested mushrooms from other clusters and put them out here. As you can see, this wasn't here before. Those weren't there before. They're already starting to populate because of the mechanics of mushrooms. They check basically a 3x3 around them, and if it's appropriate for growing, etc., boop, there it'll go. The more level it is around it, the more likely it is to happen. And if a mushroom detects a mushroom already there, it'll fail. So that's why I was saying I was pruning mushrooms. So if you come across a little harvest of these and you want more, kind of pluck them up from next to each other and spread them out a little bit, and they will create more and more rapidly. You know, that's botany 101, I would think. In fact, one of my botany classes, I'm pretty sure we discussed that pretty early on, but you know, it seems like a simple concept, so it's not something that one should take for granted. But if things growing close to each other don't grow as well as things growing gradually apart from each other, right? Because the environment will be more similar, but not dense, right? Okay. There's a whole bunch of math there. You can go pursue that as you wish. But what I'm going to do now is go ahead and kind of go back up here and think about what we're going to do to incorporate what is going to be the second ice cube tray of this server. And I think what I'm going to do, because it's not an entire mushroom island, it is also regular biome or giant hills, not giant hills. What am I? Extreme hills. That's the word I'm looking for. Extreme hills biome. And of course it snows up there, etc. Oh, back this way. There it is. There we go. So up here, what I am still planning to do is kind of build a giant mushroom. And it needs to be big enough that in the middle, so the stem will have to be all the way kind of around here. And then the hooded bit will have to be out here, so that when you kind of come in, you can see the hooded bit up above. I've decided it's going to be one giant red one. When you see the hooded bit above, you'll be able to come in and then go through the stem, and then inside the stem will be the tray, and you'll see kind of like the hollowed out area, and then over here will be kind of a platform area, and out here, boop, 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 will be a way out of the giant front stem aspect of the mushroom that we're going to build here. And oh man, I think that's going to take a couple weeks, actually. And the fastest way to get started on that is to get started on it. I'm going to need a little bit of material, so what I'm going to do, spruce, birch, spruce. I think I just got those two backwards. I remembered one, saw that one, and then kind of filtered it into my memory. Ram, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I am going to call it a night and spend a couple hours gathering resources and getting into a position to show you where we're going to go from object idea A, if that makes any sense. Be back in a second. Welcome back, my friends, and I'm just looking out over the area over here that had that... remember I was talking about maybe doing a lighthouse. Well, I went online and I found this little lighthouse in France, of all places, that actually has this nice little archway that leads to it. I'm going to try to put a picture up. My Adobe Photo Stock license seems to be acting up. I'm able to download, but I'm not able to download. So I'll have to figure it out. Hopefully you're seeing a picture. Let's see, I'll stick it over there kind of in the left-hand side. That kind of relates to what might go down over there. And I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. But maybe that's something for later, because for right now we're working on this, right? And, oh, hey, hello. All right, that grew. Awesome, I needed that. I've decided that I'm going to use the brown portobello-style mushroom as the stem of what is going to be a giant red button-top mushroom, right? So hooded mushroom, if you will. So what I've done is given myself the interior diameter. Not the best circle, but I've been working on a lot of circles. Hey! I've been working on a lot of circles lately, so that works out for me. And an outer circle, so it'll have a little bit of oomph to it. Some body as we're away from it. Up close, I don't think up close is going to be about being inside. And maybe putting an observation deck up on the top so you can kind of look out over to this section. If I really want to do that, I don't know if I really want to do that. That might be kind of fun to just build like an arched bridge over there, right there. I don't know, but that little bit right there might not be big enough. Certainly not to replicate the French lighthouse. It's a fort lighthouse, incidentally. Oh, and I've already started kind of filling in some of this stuff down below. Some of these blocks are guide blocks from going out over the edge, but as you can see, hold on, let's do it over here. We've already started filling it in, right? So it's going to be a giant cylinder at first, but I'll, kind of bring out the edges also once I give it some weathering. And this gate will probably be scooched over just a little bit, right? So I'm going to continue harvesting mushrooms and getting this done. But it's difficult because I don't have a bone farm on this server. So I might have to go find a bone farm or a skeleton spawner and try to create a skeleton farm so I can, bone meal up all of those little button mushrooms, all of those baby mushrooms that I've got there. Some of them are growing, I can tell, but it's difficult for me to tell which ones are and are not. I should go and put a torch on all of the ones that are there now, and then in the future, whenever there's not a torch, I I can... What is that? I am going to travel over there and see if there's a whole bunch of other mushrooms, because that might be the harvesting mushroom section. But also, I wanted to give you a quick update what's going on down here. I'm just removing the sand and dirt from below and replacing it with birch. And I don't know if I'm going to replace the section back behind there. I might not. But for now, let me go ahead and continue chopping down these trees. Actually, I want to go over there first. I'm going to go see what's up with that over there, and I'll give you another update when we get back to our next update moment. Well, my friends, I came over here to explore and see what I can find, and it appears that there's just a couple of these button mushrooms, or these capped hooded mushrooms, just kind of hanging out over here, and a couple more on top, so nothing too fancy there, but cool that they're out there in the middle of nowhere. Interesting little ravine here. It comes in through here. You can see those from time to time. This is more of a watch your step kind of thing. Alright, so I guess there's just some mushrooms over here, and I'm going to leave them be, because it's not a giant mushroom biome as I thought it might be, which I thought would lend itself well to harvesting, so that I could leave the area immediately around the gate alone. I mean, how many people are actually going to see this? Probably just me, but and those of you watching at home, thank you very much. However, if I ever do make a download for it that people can get around and take a look around in, I don't want them to be like, oh, let's go to this place. Oh, it's all desolate and stripped down in order to make this one thing that he made. You know what I mean? So I've always tried to kind of tread lightly in my Minecraft world, virtual though it may be. I figure if it doesn't count, and who's to say that if it does or does not, I should always be striving to... Oh, man, that looks really good from here. Always be striving to make sure that I'm minimalizing my negative impact on the environment in general. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to harvest from here, and, man, that looks really good from here. That looks really good from here. Can I get a... Oh, there's just not an interesting close-up to make. Oh, and you can kind of see where my mushrooms... starting to wrap around the edge. Oh, wow, that's going to look super huge from over here. Alright, well, I can't wait to get back started on that project, so let me get back started on that project. Welcome back, my friends. I have decided that I would be much more efficient if I either built a mob spawner and captured skeletons in that regard, or got a skeleton mob spawner farm going, and that's what I've decided to do. Wow, that kind of looks... I kind of like... that right there. That looks pretty nice. That's what I've decided to do. I found a little space right around the corner from Home Base Alpha, the hole in the wall. You can see my cocoa and maybe the sheep a little bit there. Down below here, we have a very, very interesting thing. I have 2 skeleton spawners right next to each other. It's a little dangerous in there, so I'm going to try my best to get them lit up as best as possible. I believe I've lit every other corner of the room up except where the actual mob spawners are, just because it's dangerous. Dangerous. That door is trapped, I believe. I peeked through there and I saw some redstone. It's like, if I hit that button, the door will open, but it also leads to a dispenser. So I don't know what it's supposed to dispense, but I didn't want to deal with that. Okay, down in here. Oh, look at this. Did we just get lucky? Did we get lucky? Alright, we're lighting it all up, lighting it all up. Come on up here. Oh, I think we did. I think we got lucky. Alright. So now I have these 2, as you can see I was in here earlier, these 2 skeleton spawners. Bunch of rail. I'll leave those for now. I will need the bone. That one and that one. Awesome. Some cobweb. This stuff will have to kind of be... sectioned off. I don't really need anything with that. That's kind of got a cool thing. Oh, this whole structure, by the way, I've never seen one like this before, so I'm chalking it up to the biome bundle using the train mods. So it looks pretty cool. I don't know... Oh, is it half... it's no blocks above to ensure you can open it, I presume? Oh, man. Is this going to be dangerous? Is this going to be dangerous? Is this a trap chest, by the way? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yay! Look at all of this. It's pay dirt. Yeah. Alright. Bone meal for sure. Boom. String I'll take. Ender pearl. Paper. Why not? And, ooh, diamond horse armor. Well, well, well. Aren't we fancy? And an empty map. Why not? Okay. So, I've got this place all lit up, I believe. So the next step for me is to actually build it. So remember when I said I believe this door was booby-trapped so that a dispenser behind it would shoot off an arrow? Well, let's find out. Oh, yep, it certainly is. Ah, what was that, creeper? Did something get you? Oh, hey. What, you don't want any of this now, huh? That's right, right there. Oh, no, what could it possibly be, creeper? What could it possibly be? Oh, man, this is a trip. All right, I'm going to come back and finish him off later. But I wanted to let you guys know that I closed off the top of this as well to make sure that nothing that spawned up there would drop in, because it kind of goes up but leaves little platforms, so there's like a ledge where things could spawn. I think I've lit up most of this enough that will be okay for now. But, yeah, I haven't gotten hardly anywhere with this yet. I've just started digging out the area around it and making sure that I heard something. A zombie came in, and I was like, what's going on? And that was this, and then I saw this guy, so I had to put him out of his misery. Where'd he go? Hey, come back here. That's it for him. All right, my friends, my quick and dirty skeleton farm is done. I've got it so that they'll all funnel into here, and this will be an elevator up to here, and then over, and then this will be a simple vanquishing chamber filled with water. So let me actually go ahead and get that going for you. I'm pretty sure... Hold on. Yeah, I wanted to... How far up do I want him to go? Do I want him to go up any farther, actually? Yeah, I want this to be a sign, this to be water, this to be water. Right on. This will be water, but it's going to need something on the outside, which means glass. So let me go ahead and kind of get this closed in. Alright, so that should hold that now. Yep. Okay. Boom. So they'll come here and swim up and eventually drown. Excellent. Okay. This needs to be finished off as well, but I think I'm going to do this part last. And hope that I've got this done right. Right? Really quickly, let's see how this water's going to flow over the top. That should work. Yeah, that should work. I think so. Alright, and... inside, so all I'm going to have to do here is put a glass pillar here, and this will be closed up and working. But inside, I've got to get out all the torches and, oh jeez, take care of this skeleton right here. As you can see, I've cleared out all of the space that I could. It's actually on the bedrock layer, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Come on. There we go. A little bit more difficult, but that's okay. That's okay. Here, let's do our food. And then let's put our food back, because clearly we need to eat. Alright, so we're going to do this as quick as possible, right? Because that's the only way this is going to work. Alright, water in. And let's put one up here, actually. And let's bust that torch. And as we begin to smash all of these, that should happen. Let's take off these guys. Oh boy. This is going to be difficult. Oh. Just the one guy. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Come on. Got it. Excellent. Okay, where's my food situation here? Alright. Food good. Those guys are good. Alright, we'll fix that in just a second. Come on, come on. There we go. Alright, so what else do we gotta get? More water, more water. This one. This one. This one. Come on. Still getting it done. Still getting it done. Excellent. We don't want those two to be water.
Man, it's a good thing I brought some food with me. I don't want that to be water. But we will start taking these off also. Good, they're fighting each other. That's what I like to see. Alright, so all the water is flowing down to here. And get this guy out of the way. There we go. Boom. Not that one. Oh, come on. This is so frustrating. Come on. Eventually that will melt. That one. That one. Oh, jeez, these guys are rough on each other. Well, it feels like they're working now. Oh, boy. No, 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 you clever guy. Okay, that needs to be like that. I can get out. Into the fire with you. Alright. So there we've got it. I believe I've got all the lights off. It looks like it's working alright. I kind of want to put a poke hole somewhere. Let me think where my poke hole should be. Right here looks like the perfect spot for a poke hole. I left one light on. Take another poke hole here. Alright, so those guys... they're going to get forced into the middle once they stop fighting each other. They're fighting each other because they shot at me and kind of got caught. Is this working? Yep, it's working. As you can see, up he goes, then over, then up he goes again. And if you listen very carefully, you should hear him drowning. And then we'll get some drops. We've already got some. Awesome. Alright, I just need to get these last couple torches done. And that will be that. But I can do that on my own. I'm going to do an AFK session here and try to get as many bones as possible for the mushroom build that we're working on. And if you'd like to see that, then by all means, please do consider subscribing for more content just like that, because that's all the time I have for today. Building this quick and dirty skeleton farm kind of wrapped up the second part. I'm glad we were able to frame our mushroom build and kind of get the idea of where we were going to be. But for now, I'm going to clean this up and get some bones so that we can get some more huge mushrooms with which to build our mushroom build. Until next time, I will see you very soon. Bye-bye!